You can never go wrong with a Matar Paneer, right? But you never land up getting the restaurant feel of a Matar Paneer. And so today's recipe is going to be just the perfect recipe for you, where you get the restaurant style Matar Paneer. So first, I'm going to heat about 3 tablespoons of oil. And to that, just add a tablespoon of butter. Now, quickly add 3 onions that are sliced. We're basically preparing a gravy first, okay? Now this gravy can be made in bulk and stored in the freezer. So now just saute the onions till they are slightly brown in color. To speed up the process, you all know, just add a little bit of salt. But remember, you've added salt. So the onions are quite brown. We'll add 5 to 6 cloves of garlic that are chopped, 1 inch of ginger that's finely chopped, half a cup of cashew nuts, and now we'll add 5 green chilies that are slit, and I'm also going to add about 10 raisins. Now this gives a lovely sweetish flavor to the curry. You know, you add ketchup to your gravies to make a butter chicken or something. Sometimes a little bit of sweetness coming from a natural fruit is better to taste. It will taste a little different than your regular butter chicken gravy, but it gives you that little sweetish flavor. And now we'll add 5 roughly chopped tomatoes to this and cook till the tomatoes are soft. Now to this masala, just add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and a teaspoon of chili powder, because we've already added green chilies for the spice. And a tablespoon of freshly chopped coriander. Now just saute this for a minute. And then add a cup of water to this and cover it and cook till the tomatoes are soft. So you can see the tomatoes are cooked because if I just press them, they're squashed very easily. So now we'll shut the flame, wait for this mixture to cool down, and then we're going to grind it to a fine paste. So while we're waiting for the mixture to cool, we'll just quickly fry the paneer. So here I've taken 300 grams of paneer, which I have just cut into 1-inch cubes. We're going to lightly fry them till they're a little golden in color. So to fry the paneer, I've just heated about a tablespoon of oil, not more. Now after 2 minutes, just flip the pieces and cook them for another 2 minutes. So the reason why I'm frying the paneer is because sometimes in the market, the paneer has a little more cream to it, you know, that malai to it. So it tends to crumble if you don't fry it. When you fry it, it holds well together. But abroad what happens is the paneer is very hard. So once you fry it, you can just dunk it in warm water and let it rest so it starts to soften. Okay, so this is the reason why we've fried the paneer here. Now even this mixture has cooled down well. I'm going to grind this to a fine paste. So the gravy is ready. Now in the same kadhai, I'm going to heat a tablespoon of ghee. And as the ghee melts, I'm just going to add a pinch of hing. Now, you know, hing in the oil increases the flavor of the ghee or the oil, and then when you add any masalas to it, the curry becomes better. I'm going to add a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Wait for it to splutter, and now add the gravy. Add about a cup of water to this. So I'm just going to rinse the grinding jar because a lot of masala is stuck to the bottom. What a beautiful color this has got now. Now what you need to do is add a teaspoon of garam masala powder. So I usually make my garam masala at home, and the recipe of this is on my Instagram page, so don't forget to watch it. Now mix this well. Now to this, add a cup of fresh green peas. I love green peas, so I'm going to add a little more to this, maybe half a cup more. So now cover this and cook it on a medium to low flame for about 5 minutes. Now we'll add the fried paneer. You know, I think the gravy's become a little thick, so I'm going to add half a cup of water to this. Sprinkle some kasuri methi and a teaspoon of freshly chopped coriander, and now gently mix this. And now we'll cover this and cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes. And that's not it. You know, I always believe that just cooking and serving a dish in a bowl is not just enough, right? You need to dress up the dish. And today we'll dress this paneer up beautifully, so your family will be so excited looking at it, and I'm sure it's going to be tasting also delicious. So now for the garnish, what we're going to do is just melt a tablespoon of butter and add a pinch of chili powder to this. Shut the flame, okay? Gives a lovely golden color to the chili oil. You call this rogan also, you make it with oil, regular oil also, but you know, butter adds that little richness to the gravy. And now 2 minutes are also done. So let's plate this dish. You can see that even the oil has started to separate over here in the gravy. So that means our gravy is also thoroughly cooked. So first, let's remove the Matar Paneer in a serving dish. Now take a teaspoon of fresh cream, ghar ki malai, you know, the gharatli malai that you have. And now drizzle the malai on the Matar Paneer. And then you drizzle a little bit of this butter. And now just sprinkle a little bit of kasuri methi to this. The old humble coriander. Isn't that simple? So just cooking a dish and putting it in a bowl and sending it out, not happening, right? Make it look pretty so that even your eyes, when they see the dish, they feel hungry. Yeah? So try this recipe at home. I'm sure you're going to love it. And keep watching Smita Dev. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Like my team keeps telling me, just say that. So I'm saying it to you. But yeah, seriously, do like, share and subscribe and keep watching Smita Dev.